Welcome to Nonagon. Today, we're counting down the top 6 strongest Hashira in Demon Slayer. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more epic anime breakdowns. Now, sharpen your blade and let's dive in. Number 6, Shinobu Kocho, the insect Hashira. At first glance, Shinobu doesn't seem threatening. She's small, graceful, always smiling politely. She almost looks harmless, but that's the perfect disguise. Unlike most Hashira, Shinobu openly admits she doesn't have the strength to cut off a demon's head. That might sound like a weakness, but in reality, it makes her one of the most dangerous of them all. Why? Because she doesn't fight with brute force. She fights with intellect, speed, and poison. Her sword is thin, almost like a needle, designed not to sever, but to pierce. Every thrust injects wisteria venom directly into a demon's body, spreading through their system like wildfire. And with her blinding speed, she stabs dozens of times in seconds, overwhelming her enemies before they realize what's happening. It's like death by 1,000 cuts, except each cut carries poison that eats away at them from the inside. Her battle against Doma, the upper rank 2, is her defining moment. Shinobu knew from the start she couldn't overpower him. So she planned for months, infusing her own body with wisteria poison until her very blood became toxic. When Doma consumed her, he unknowingly ingested a lethal dose. Her sacrifice weakened him enough for Kanao and Inosuke to finish the job. That's not just strength, that's brilliance, foresight, and a willingness to lay down her life for victory. And let's not forget the fire hidden under her smile. Shinobu carries deep rage and grief. Her family was slaughtered by demons, and though she hides her fury beneath politeness, every strike is fueled by vengeance. That mix of elegance and hidden fury makes her chilling. Still, she ranks lower than other Hashira because she lacks brute force and stamina. But underestimate her, and you're already finished. Shinobu proves brains can be deadlier than brawn. Number 5. Tengen Uzi, the Sound Hashira. Loud, flamboyant, larger than life. Tengen Uzi lives by one motto: everything must be flashy. But behind his ego and theatrics is a skilled warrior forged as a shinobi. Unlike other Hashira, he blends strength with tactical genius. His dual Nichirin cleavers, connected by a chain, slice through demons in a whirlwind of power and rhythm. His sound breathing is unique. Tengen reads the battlefield like sheet music, analyzing enemy attacks as if they were rhythms in a song. By breaking down their movements into beats, he predicts patterns and counters with flawless precision. His combat is destructive but calculated, explosive yet orchestrated. The Entertainment District arc is where Tengen truly shines. Facing upper rank 6 demons Gyutaro and Daki, he endures hell itself. Poisoned, blinded in one eye, fighting with one arm immobilized, and he still matches Gyutaro blow for blow. Think about that. Half crippled, near death, and still toe-to-toe with a demon powerful enough to slaughter squads of slayers with ease. That fight cemented Tengen as a true Hashira. But what makes him stand out is more than battle. Unlike the other Hashira, many of whom carry grief and tragedy, Tengen is defined by loyalty and love. He fights for his 3 wives with devotion that fuels his flamboyant resolve. Yes, he retires after the battle, too injured to continue. But the fact that he survived and won against impossible odds proves that Tengen is far more than just flash. He's substance wrapped in style, a performer who turns even death matches into grand finales. Number 4, Gyome Himejima, the Stone Hashira. Gyome is unlike any other. Towering like a mountain, blind since childhood, he exudes both gentleness and overwhelming power. Among the Hashira, he is revered as the strongest of his generation. And when you see him fight, you understand why. His weapon is unique, a spiked flail and an axe linked by a chain. With it, Gyomai combines devastating brute force with unpredictable patterns. His attacks can crush, sweep, and demolish entire areas in a single motion. Every swing feels like the ground itself is shaking. But don't mistake him for a mindless brute. Despite his size, Gyome moves with frightening precision, his heightened senses guiding him in ways that border on supernatural. His greatest test came against Kokushibo, the upper rank 1 demon. Kokushibo is a nightmare incarnate, a swordsman who had centuries to perfect his art. Yet Gyome held his ground. He pushed Kokushibo to his very limit, trading blows with one of the deadliest beings in existence. For a blind man to do that, it's nothing short of awe-inspiring. But Gyome's true strength lies beyond muscle. Despite his terrifying power, he is deeply spiritual, constantly praying, often shedding tears for those lost. His compassion balances his might, making him the embodiment of both mercy and destruction. He is the immovable wall, a giant whose strength is matched only by his heart. Number 3. Giyu Tomioka, the Water Hashira. Calm, stoic, and quietly terrifying, Giyu is the storm that brews beneath still waters. From the very first episode, when he spares Nezuko and defies the Corps' rules, he shows who he is, merciful but unyielding. His water breathing is pure discipline. Every slash is fluid, efficient, and flawless. No wasted motion, no unnecessary flash, just precision honed through years of training. Against Rui, the lower rank 5, Tanjiro struggled desperately to keep up. Giyu arrived, used 11th form, dead calm, and ended the battle in a single instant. Rui's webs, his arrogance, his threats, all erased with one stroke. That scene didn't just showcase power, it showed dominance. Later, Giyu's composure was tested against Akaza, the upper rank 3. Fighting side by side with Tanjiro, Giyu held his ground against a demon whose regeneration and martial mastery had overwhelmed countless others. Where most would have collapsed, Giyu stayed steady, his calm demeanor acting as a shield against despair. Some say he lacks Gyome's raw might, or Tengen's flair, but Giyu's consistency is unmatched. He doesn't falter, he doesn't crumble. Like a river cutting through stone, he endures. And when the moment comes, he unleashes waves strong enough to drown his enemies. Haunted by survivor's guilt, every strike he delivers carries emotional weight, making him one of the Corps' most dependable pillars. Number 2, Kyojuro Rengoku, the Flame Hashira. Rengoku burns brighter than anyone. His optimism, his warmth, his passion, he lights up the screen every time he appears. But behind the cheer lies deadly skill. His flame breathing is overwhelming, his speed and ferocity forcing even the strongest demons onto the defensive. The Mugen Train arc immortalized him. His battle with Akaza, upper rank 3, is one of the most iconic moments in anime. Even after being fatally wounded, Rengoku refused to yield. He held Akaza in place, refusing to let him escape and slaughter again. His body failed, but his spirit only grew stronger. His endurance was superhuman, his willpower legendary, but his strength wasn't just in combat. It was in his heart. He fought not for glory, but for the 200 passengers aboard the train, for Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu. Even in death, his final words weren't despair. They were encouragement. He passed the torch, igniting flames in the next generation. Rengoku's time was tragically short, but his legacy burns eternally. He is the perfect symbol of what a Hashira should be. And number 1, Sanemi Shinazugawa, the Wind Hashira. Sanemi is a storm-given form, violent, furious, and unstoppable. From his very first appearance, slicing open his own arm to provoke Nezuko, he established himself as unpredictable and terrifying. Brash, scarred, and aggressive, he's the hurricane of the Corps. His wind breathing embodies him perfectly. Wild, fast, and devastating. Every slash is like a gale tearing through the battlefield. Unlike Giyu's calm water or Gyome's steady stone, Sanemi is raw chaos, and demons can't withstand it. His crowning achievement came in the fight against Kokushibo. Side by side with Gyome, Sanemi didn't just hold his own, he actually wounded the upper rank 1. Let that sink in. A demon with centuries of combat mastery, injured by Sanemi's relentless assault. That alone proves his place at the top, and then there's his resilience. His body is a roadmap of scars, each one proof of survival against impossible odds. Poison, exhaustion, crippling wounds, none of it slows him. He keeps fighting, no matter the cost. Beneath his fury lies tragedy. Haunted by the loss of his family and the fate of his brother Genya, Sanemi's cruelty is armor for a broken heart. His rage is pain weaponized. Sanemi is not just strong, he is unrelenting. A storm that refuses to die, a blade that refuses to rest. That combination of speed, ferocity, resilience, and unyielding will make him the strongest Hashira of them all. And that's our list. The top 6 strongest Hashira in Demon Slayer. From Shinobu's poisoned elegance to Tengen's flamboyant fury. From Gyome's immovable might to Giyu's calm precision. From Rengoku's blazing heart to Sanemi's storm of rage. Each Hashira is unforgettable. But now it's your turn. Who do you think deserves the top spot? Do you agree with Sanemi, or would you put Rengoku or Gyomei at number 1? Let us know in the comments. We want to see your ranking. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit subscribe and join us for more epic anime lists and deep dives. Nonagon, your go-to place for epic lists, anime insights, and the darker side of storytelling.